Hakes just released their virtual catalog for their Lot 241 auction that starts on July 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and my mind is blown. They've had some really good auctions in their day, but this auction, this lot of items for vintage Star Wars figures is pretty incredible. The auctions, again, start July 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and then they end on July 30th and 31st, depending on the items. I assume the action figures end on the 31st and the comic books end on the 30th. I'm not covering the comics in this video, but there are some beautiful comics as well. But you can tell by this thumbnail that we've got some serious firepower. I hope you people have been saving up because there are just some absolute gems. And in the video description, I will include the virtual catalog link in case people want to go check it out. And the Star Wars items, the AFA graded, UKG graded Star Wars items start on page 256. And when you pull up the link in the upper left-hand corner, there is a search function with a little magnifying glass. If you type in Star Wars AFA, it'll pop it up. And that'll allow you to search really easily. So there are some, early bird kits, display stands, things like that. But let's go ahead and dig into some of these other items. We've got a Collect All 12 Bell display graded AFA 90. We've got a 12-back A vinyl cape Jawa graded AFA 90, mint on card, absolute stunner, no price sticker, unpunched. So I don't know when this consigner sent in these items to Hakes, whether it was before or after Jeff Jacob made his announcement. I assume it was before, just because of the tight time frame and all the photographing and all that kind of stuff that's involved. But clearly there are some very high-end collections that are being put to auction, and it could raise some concerns among some collectors. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really concern me that much, but I could see if I had this type of collection. I saw the Heritage auction that ended in May, and are we at kind of a second peak? Obviously the COVID bubble is its own thing, and I don't think we'll see some of those prices again, but is now the time to start selling off some of these items before we hit a recessionary market. And, the labor market just came out with their employment statistics. It did creep up. The unemployment rate did creep up to, I think, 4.1%. Are we on the upswing in terms of the unemployment rate? That's been the last bastion of hope, that despite all the inflation and things like that we've had, the Fed has been very hesitant to lower rates again because of the labor market, and the services sector is accounting for 65% of our inflation right now, or our inflation numbers. So now that we're starting to see some cracks in the armor, and when I say cracks, they're very minimal cracks. I mean, we're still at 4.1% unemployment, but is now the time to be selling these very high-end items. And clearly there are some collectors that are doing that, between Jeff and then obviously whoever owned a lot of these collections. So you got some early carbacks, 12 backs, all high grade, some Palatoy 12 backs, Takara sticker, 12 back B Vader for AFA 85 or 80, excuse me. We've got a telescoping Saber Luke Farm Boy 12 back C graded AFA 50. We've got some Guerra Stellare, mi dispiace. Some beautiful Italian card backs, all in very high grade there. Well, it was actually just one, so that was kind of a letdown. There's only one Guerra Stellare. There is a Toll Toys Australian Stormtrooper 12 back. I mean, just unbelievable items. I mean, we're not even to the big items yet. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. A 12 back, it says metric sticker Toll Toys, 75 plus Stormtrooper. Palatoy 20 back Hammerhead is in this one. Some early card backs. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got a Meccano rectangular card 20 back Luke Skywalker graded AFA 80 yellowed. It's a yellowed blister. It does have the blister support, so that's one of the things that I would encourage you. I've only got the Jawa on this card back, but I really wish it had that blister support, because these blisters are extremely fragile. So that one is a beauty. Luke Skywalker AFA 80. Here's another Bell display. This one's got Boba Fett on there. And that's that, I guess, the Kit Bash Boba Fett. I don't know. It looks like it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I'm not going to read through the wording here, but I don't know if that's the Kit Bashed or because the rocket looks a little off to me. That looks like it could be the Kit Bash Boba Fett. But maybe not. I don't know. 1979 Star Wars display, get a free Boba Fett bell display. So, maybe that's after it was glued in and we had the final figure. AFA 95 on that bell display. Absolutely insane. We've got another bell display there, some other early 20 and 21 backs. Another Takara 7-inch C-3PO graded AFA 85, as well as a Takara 7-inch Stormtrooper graded AFA 80. And what's interesting is we had one that just popped up on eBay from CIB/AFA that had Stormtrooper written on the front of the card back, printed on the front of the card back. This one does not have that. So clearly there's one that came with Stormtrooper on the card versus not. This one does not have that. There's another kind of Takara item. Hard to tell what it is without zooming in and ruining my video, but there's another Takara item. Here's an interesting item. This is a 4-sided Boba Fett rocket. No grade on that one, but it does have a CIB. And so this is a encapsulated 1-inch long prototype rocket from the infamous rocket firing Boba Fett figure. So just the rocket. So that's why I did not get a grade on that one. We've got a few pretty rare Jawas. We've got the Vinyl Cape Jawa graded AFA 80, another one graded UKG 80, and then also the Lily Letty removable hood Jawa graded UKG 85%. There's an orange-haired Luke graded 70 plus, and that one has some writing on the feet, 2 J's there. So it's not a prototype because the prototypes usually had a letter and a number. This is probably Jason growing up. And he marked J on the bottom of the feet. So that's why he got the 70 plus, despite what looks to be in pretty good shape. It looks like it might have some modeling on the tunic there. But that's an orange-haired Luke that should hopefully keep the price down because of the writing on the feet and the fact that it's a 70 plus. So if you guys have been hunting for that one, that's a good one to get. There is a custom display with all the Leias. We've got the baggies for the Cantina creatures all in a custom display. We've got a box flat for the special action figure set. So this is a prototype box flat, AFA 80 plus, some 12-inch figures, both loose graded as well as mint and sealed box. We've got a mint and sealed box original Star Wars Millennium Falcon graded AFA 80, as well as a number of other incredible vehicles that are all AFA or UKG graded. We've got this is kind of a cool one, a Chewbacca plush from 1978, it looks like. And it's graded UKG 85%. So 19-inch tall Kenner plush with the bandolier strap. And that's kind of a unique item, something you don't see every day. You got some more of those bop bags. They are very hard to find, R2-D2 and Jawa bop bags, graded 75 plus for both of those. Pretty incredible items there. We got some other store displays, shelf talkers, Empire Strikes Back, things like that. So that's pretty cool. We got a Guerra Stellare. I don't know what this is. 1839. 1839. This is Guerra Stellare Boba Fett offer shop window sticker. How cool is that? So in Italy, they would put these stickers on the store, on the store windows to get people to come in for Boba Fett. So that's the first time I've ever seen one of those. That's going to go for a ton of money, I'd imagine. Here's the other big one. This is La Guerre des Étoiles Miro Meccano 18-back Boba Fett, graded AFA 40, mint on card. Again, with the blister support. So I don't know what that's going to go for, but I imagine that will go for quite a bit of money. It's got the French Meccano Boba Fett inside, and it's mint on card. Unbelievable. They've got an ESB 21-back proof card for the Power Droid, graded AFA 80 plus, as well as a 21-back ESB Boba Fett, graded AFA 75. Wow, just some absolute stunners in this auction, both U.S. as well as international. Speaking of international, here's a Clipper sticker, Imperial Commander, graded AFA 85. Clear blister, still unpunched, no price sticker. Unbelievable items. There's a few other Clippers. There's a AT-AT Commander, General Veers, as well as a Zuckuss with a white back Gritty sticker graded AFA 60. Some more Palatoys. We've got another 45 back TIE Fighter pallet graded AFA 70. So if you missed that one that was just sold by AFA/CIB in their eBay auction, that was an AFA 80 that sold for around 800, and you're a little bit more budget conscious and you collect those Palatoy ESBs, we've got an AFA 70 for that exact same card back that just got listed as part of this auction lot. Here's another rare one. This is a shrink-wrapped R2-D2 on that Sears exclusive transit. It has the transition sticker for the Return of the Jedi. I mean, unbelievable. So usually these Sears shrink wraps, they don't have it, to my memory, they don't have the transition sticker on there. Is that right? You guys can correct me in the comments as you're leaving me a like. But wow, a shrink wrapped qualified grade 70, which they give a qualified grade to all of these because they are shrink wrapped. And but wow, what an awesome item. You've got a multi-pack that's graded UKG 75%. It looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 figures there. And you got a custom display that we've seen a few times. That's UKG 85% with all of the bounty hunters as well as Darth Vader. Some other really incredible loose displays that are UKG graded. You got a loose graded Slave 1 along with Han in Carbonite along with Boba Fett graded 85 and 80 respectively. Look at this item here. This is an AT-AT Walker loose graded with General Veers, a Hoth Stormtrooper, as well as an AT-AT driver. 80, straight 80s for all of the items. But what an awesome box. That has got to be massive. Absolutely massive. I don't know how Hakes is going to ship that safely. But let me tell you, I have bought from Hakes many times, and they bomb-proof pack everything. It's absolutely awesome how well they pack those. Here we have a Kenner Canada Twin Pod Cloud Car Qualified 80. As well as what looks like a Kenner Canada 45 back for the Cloud Car pilot. And I don't know if that's graded or not. Let's see here. So it looks like it's displayed together. You've got the Kenner Canada Twin Pod Cloud Car along with a Kenner Canada 45 back within the same case. So that's pretty amazing there. And that's something I would love to have, but I don't have the space for it, unfortunately. Obviously, I collect the Cloud Car pilot. I've got a really good run going. This would be a perfect addition for my Cloud Car run, but I don't have the display space for that. I mean, I would love to buy that. I think the price should stay fairly reasonable on that one. I would think 2 to 3, somewhere in there at most. Probably not even that high, but we'll see. Some other kind of loose custom displays from UKG. This is a cool one, a first shot hand puppet for Yoda in beige 75 plus. And then we get into some of the proof cards that I would love to have. We've got a Revenge of the Jedi proof card for Leia, graded AFA 85. That one is going to be on my watch list, as well as the Han Solo, graded AFA 50. We've got a Revenge proof for Zuckuss. Here's a cool one. This is a Return of the Jedi, not Revenge. Return of the Jedi, IG 88, graded AFA 85. And some other proof cards there. Here we go. We got some Lily Lettys. We got a Lily Letty mint on card Luke Jedi graded AFA 85. Unbelievable. Another one for the Star Destroyer Commander graded AFA 80. And everyone let Tim know at Boss Bounty he's been looking for this item. So blow up his comments in his videos or his Instagram just to drive him crazy. But he has been looking for this one in a clear blister. That is the 48 back Bosk graded AFA 80. So Tim, I know you're looking for that one. There you go. Now's your chance. Overbid on it. You got to get that one, man. And then obviously Hakes already showed off on their Instagram the insane Princess Leia Boushh sales sample that is on a Boba Fett card back, the 48A card back for Boba Fett, graded AFA 75. So this is a sales sample, Leia Boushh. This was brought to retailers or, people that were in charge of purchasing for retailers and saying, hey, this is going to be one of our new characters for the Return of the Jedi, Leia in a bounty hunter disguise called Boushh. And so that is going to be going for a lot of money. That's not the only sales sample they have. They also do have a very common Tebow on the ERG card back. That's a pretty common one. We've got some other, Return of the Jedi type items. We also have a PBP Admiral Akbar with a yellow blister graded 80, as well as a PBP 65 back Hoth Stormtrooper graded AFA 80 with a clear blister. We've got a Clipper wraparound sticker Biker Scout graded AFA 85. We've got some tri-logos that are on that are going to be at auction. I am going to be watching that TIE Fighter Pilot AFA 80. That's one I've been wanting for a while, so I hope I can make a bid on that one. That's one I've really been wanting to get, and I've pulled the trigger a few times on some bids and always lost, so we'll see. Another one is the R2-D2 pop-up lightsaber with the PBP blister, graded AFA 80 plus, unpunched. That's a beauty there that I'll keep my eye on for my own collection. We're not done yet, guys. I mean, there's some insane items, okay? We've got all of these glue sticks, all right? So these are Palatoy glue sticks that were packed in with Ewoks, and somebody sold their entire collection. Wayne Gillespie, I don't know him personally, but this was another item. All of these items were shown in a Hakes Instagram post. And so they've got Tebow, Logray, Warwick, Lumat, Paplu, all of them AFA graded with those glue sticks. Offerta Stellare, Uhu stick. So that's pretty awesome there. We also do have a Hungarian bootleg Princess Leia, graded qualified 75. That's a beauty and not terribly hard to find, but that's something you do find. You got some other kind of rarities, lots of vehicles, Imperial shuttles. You got both a CAS 80 as well as an AFA qualified 85 Imperial shuttle. Return of the Jedi packaging AT-AT. We've got what I think is either the bi-logo Palatoy or the Kenner Canada Snow Speeder, graded UKG 75, probably the bi-logo Palatoy, given that it's UKG graded. Wow. We also do have an Uze mini rig, graded qualified 80. That's another item that's going to be on my watch list. And look at this, a Power of the Force proof card for IG-88. Obviously, he never came out on the Power of the Force line. These proof cards go for insanity. Lots of money. I don't know what that's going to go for. If I had to guess, I'm just guessing, okay? I'm going to guess $10,000 on that IG-88 proof card, graded AFA 80 plus. So that is a true gem there. Anytime you get a character that never appeared on the Power of the Force line in terms of retail, when those proof cards come up for sale, they always go for big money, and there you go. So that'll be interesting to see what that sells for. We've got the Power of the Force Anakin Skywalker. We know how rare that one is and goes for big money. It's graded AFA 80 with the blister support, which is always key given how fragile those blisters are. Some other Power of the Force figures and some droids figures. And here we go. We have the Glassleet droids Vlix. Mint on card. Mint on card. So this is the first time I've ever seen one of these come up mint on card. And that, even loose graded, when they're 100% complete, AFA graded, I mean, they go for just pure insanity. So I can't wait to see what this one sells for. It's only an AFA 30, but who cares? It's got blister support. 50, 30, 80 are the subscores. And that's another one where I'm just completely guessing. I have no clue what that's going to go for. We got a Droids R2-D2 pop-up lightsaber graded AFA 80, along with the coin graded AFA 85, as well as some, other Droids items, Ewoks items. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But there is going to be a lot of money spent in this auction. And again, bidding starts July 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And all of the auctions, I believe, end on July 31st for the Star Wars items. So start saving up, folks, because there are some beauties in this auction. And congrats again to Hakes for putting out just an absolutely stunning catalog. Also, shout out to Alex W. He is a principal at Hakes, and he watches my videos. And he did not encourage me to make this video. I just like what Hakes does, and We've had some really nice conversations offline. So congrats to you guys, Alex, for another great auction. This is going to be really incredible to watch. And I wanted to get the word out there for those of you that would like to be bidding on some of these incredible items. Thank you to my Patreon supporters for supporting the channel, and I'll be back soon.